Let me check Sword of Sharpness real quick. Sword of Sharpness. Actually, yes. Let me finish this off real quick. The Sword of Sharpness is attack a creature with this weapon. You roll a 20 on the attack roll. It takes an extra 14 slashing damage. Then you roll another d20. If you roll a d20, or if you roll a 20 on this one, then you lop off one of the limbs. Yeah. In addition, the sword does have a command word, which he will repeat is sanguine. And this command word just makes it shed a blood red light. It's effectively a bright light for 10 feet and a dim light for 10 past that, though it doesn't really affect any light sensitivity at all. It has no enhancement bonus, but it is a magical weapon. But keep in mind, it does max damage when it hits. We're in a vampire's lair. Do you think it wouldn't be cursed?
He's got a good point.
Yes, actually, I'll take it. I'm not going to use it, but I'll take it.
No, I've got a shotgun.
Dunk, dunk. Technically, Desai could use it. I can't. It's not a simple weapon.
Des could use it, but in all honesty, her firebrands will be better against anything that is not immune to fire.
Yeah. Ione could use it.
Cassidy actually has a +1 scimitar naturally, but she's better off attacking melee in her animal forms.
Yeah. It's actually pretty not worthwhile weapon for us. But I know what you did.
Like, that's one thing I'm going to say out of character. Making weapon drops for this party is impossible because Sayara doesn't really use weapons too much. Ione, kind of. It's weird that a monk is the one most easy to make weapon drops for, because Lily just wants to make her greatsword better. Shiki just wants guns and making the guns better. So I can't really do a lot of the traditional weapon drops because most of them don't. Yes, as well, because 2 characters don't use them and everything else. So it's just
and one's heavy.
Yeah, so it's just great making the traditional loot for this party. Anyway, carry on.
You know,
I don't see no objections either. We still need to get the actual keystone, but I'm sure there's going to be lots of treasure still once we get to the vampire's actual lair. I don't think this castle was mostly destroyed. There was... I don't actually know much of the history about it. It was destroyed in the actual invasion. He kind of motions out through the transparent wall of the tiny hut to the caved inside where all the Gnarljacks are, indicating that as one proof of the destruction. Never really. Something like that, I do believe. I wouldn't actually know. I've not really been in this area much.
All right. If you think they have a janitor, do you think a vampire really cares?
this is a pretty crappy looking castle. A nice castle.
Darvin himself isn't really offended or anything at this because he seems rather indifferent to it. At this point, though, you do notice that there are probably 3 wolves circling around the hut. They probably leave after 15 minutes.
You know, this shotgun's pretty primitive. I can make it better. Lots better. like maybe I should just make it so it shoots explosives instead.
One thing you will notice as well, Shiki, is that while it's more or less in good condition, that dwarf was riding it hard. he put a lot of he was like, if he had continued to use it the way he had for like another several months, it was going to need some good maintenance.
Like I just like pick up the shells, like, wow, he put way too much in these.
Yeah, for reference sake. Otherwise, I gave him, I can't think of the thing. It's a rule the gladiator has where they roll an extra damage dice. He had
Yeah,
that.
I'm
and
about
that
to
was the
say,
justification.
I'm about to say, because I'm not nearly going to be doing as much damage.
Oh no, yeah, he was
Scat-
doing a lot more damage with it.
Base scatter gun has a worse dice roll than the pistol.
Yeah, the base scattergun isn't
But
that
it's
amazing at damage,
but
but it's
it's-
AoE.
yeah. I can make it better. I can make
I
it loads
think
better.
I'd have to look into it, and I'll look into it for the future before too much of you using it. But I think you are technically supposed to roll for each AC that it hits, because it has 15 and then a 15, like 15 and then 30 its max range. So you're supposed to roll that max range at disadvantage, and then everything else.
The scatter effects. An attack is made against each creature within 30 with a 30 feet
Yes.
goal. These attacks
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's in each creature within 30 feet. Yeah, so I did do it incorrectly this time, but it saved time. Okay. Yeah, so the rest itself, I'm going to just put everyone where they would be resting. I'm going to put the sword back here. Actually, I can't grab the sword right now. That's fine. So everyone's probably going to be resting nearest to the fireplace, I figure. She doesn't care. She's done with
And Darvin is really happy with the sleeping arrangements.
I have a shotgun.
Darvin looks like he would be really happy, but you can kind of see him warily glancing out of the corner of his eye at Des.
At this point, every now and again, he's slowly putting up the shotgun.
Yeah, he just kind of mutters after a point. It's just like every other night, isn't it? And he kind of seems like exasperated at that point, like he's used to sleeping around a ton of women that will kill him if he does anything.
Sorry, Darvin. I literally just have to rest the shotgun on your leg. I've got nowhere else, a better place to put it. Also, careful not to move that leg. The trigger on this is a bit finicky. The wrong move, boom! There goes the leg.
I honestly,
I got no better place to put it.
You could put it in the bag of holding for all it matters.
No. We got weird stuff in there. It'll only get dirty. I need to keep this pristine.
You do realize a bag of holding works not like that at all.
I load a shell into the shotgun.
And my friends just look at me in shock whenever I say I had to sleep with all the women again.
I load the second shell.
They think it's a really great thing, but well,
I was about to say I do that. I do the same thing to Lily.
And he kind of just seems to chuckle a bit at Sayara and has a faint grin at least. Let's just all get some sleep while we can. He points to the wolves that are circling outside again. They can't get into the tents, though, and we won't have to deal with them all night long this way.
Cassidy could easily go and sort them out.
Guess you look out at them. I don't think I really could. There's something off about them.
Okay, then.
But there's so many of them.
Well, if you just herd them up, I got a good idea. Chunk chunk.
Des will look around and she'll just say, everyone get some sleep. I can stay up for a while and I'll stab anything that gets close.
It's fine.
But yeah, other than the fact that the wolves are somewhat keeping, like, looks around, and like Cass and Des and Darvin all, like, they're keeping watch, and as they get close or whatever, they'll like launch a quiet spell or whatever, trying to not disturb the people who are sleeping, just keeping these wolves at bay and down and what have you. And after probably an hour or so, the wolves will kind of just stop and disappear and not stick around anymore. You eventually come to what you assume is daytime. You're not really sure because But nice if Risa would have been back by now.
Well,
Because I wanted to cover something with her before I went into anything more, but whatever.
Well,
Yeah, it
fudged it.
really an awesome piece of loot.
We did? Oh.
no.
But yeah, the night you assume it's morning. There's obviously no sunlight. There's no crow letting you know that the sun is rose or anything else like that. So it's just you've slept for a long enough time. You feel rested, and everything else is good. So you assume everything is taken care of. I should make sure. Okay, let's see. Cassie, I need to put up the max HP. I need to renew all of her spells. It is a very big room. Would you be surprised if I told you what I still have planned for this room?
No.
Another wizard.
So everyone kind of wakes up at this point. And kind of, it's like I said, it's still dark out. All you have are these torches, which you can assume that the people staying here have put out. They've kind of signified a bunch of things. Could probably take a proper look around to get a good look inside the courtyard of this castle now.
This front entrance room, basically. I'm going to go check out that well.
Yeah, so looking around at first glance, you can see that there is the well over here. Over here, there's another open area which appears to be blockaded by wood, wood for the time being. Appears to be some chambers over this way. You can't really tell, and there's a tower up in this direction. You can kind of see the wood blockade over here. You can kind of see part of it for now.
Far on the right.
Yeah. Sayara, looking down into the well, you will see.
I have the lights. I have the light spell, Lily. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you look down into the well.
I've
You
used
can
it before.
Yeah, you look down into the well, you can kind of see somewhat down into it. It appears to just be pitch black water, nothing else you can really see.
I grab a
towards
rock and just kind of cast light on it and toss it in.
All right, roll perception.
There.
You may. All right.
Good
So, Sayara, after probably 30 seconds, you hear a plunk as though it's hit water.
So...
And it kind of echoes up slowly, and it's extremely quiet. Nobody else could really hear it.
Well,
There's technically water in there.
yeah.
No.
No,
No.
All right.
You wouldn't be getting back out. Let me do some mental math real quick. If it takes 30 seconds and it falls at about that speed...
Shiki.
Yeah.
With the row of eyes, you notice a cloud of mist has popped up near the blockade and has formed into the body of a figure. In this figure, you can kind of see him shaking his head. In his hands, you see that there's the bloodied form of the robes that you recognize that the mage is wearing. I gave these fools one simple task, and they couldn't even do that.
Is it possibly protect
Oh my
you
god.
from, is it possibly to protect you from not getting shot?
Well, no, I have much more impressive creatures for that, though. I suppose I should add their bodies to the pile. And he reaches behind him with his fist and he slams into the blockade. And the blockade starts to fizzle away. If anyone wants to take an attack of opportunity, now would be the chance.
Yeah.
How far is the anti-magic the rod's anti-magic field go?
Damn it!
That's an anti-magic spell, so it goes completely around you as the normal spell.
Dang.
God damn it!
So Shiki, you will indeed miss barely with that held action as the wall crumbles behind this what you assume now to be the vampire, as he disperses into smoke and disappears in the cracks in the ground. If you had the bow out. Yep, all out. Yep, all out. And you will... Yep, you will hit both times. You'll catch him in the shoulders as he starts to disperse into smoke and disappears, though he doesn't really seem to care that much.
Lily, do you remember what we said about vampires? They can turn into mist.
This is his home now.
Guess what he did?
Turn the mist.
That's the vamp. He's the one spreading vile evil across this land.
As you're out having this discussion, Cassie is kind of waving her hand in front of her face and kind of blocking her nose. And you're only now starting to pick up on what she has been smelling very easily with her sensitive nose. There is an extremely strong smell of death and decay coming from whatever was behind the blockade.
Oh, God.
So, undead. I don't want to go that way.
We may want to just like take a peek just in case it isn't some kind of rotten corpse monster.
Oh my god. Did I just see what I think I did?
You might have. Which means you
did
probably know
not.
exactly what you're fighting.
I do. Oh god. Yeah, we're all completely maxed on everything right now.
Hey, you
You
guys,
can't do it now. You would have
Hey,
had to do
guys.
it before.
You would have
Hey,
to do
guys.
it at the long rest.
guys, that smell getting closer.
You would have had to declare. You
Uh,
don't play a spellcaster, Jeeves.
you may want to bring those other two over for this starts.
Did he? I didn't catch
Yeah,
that.
he did say he was
Okay,
going
then
to,
go ahead then.
because he had no idea what spells he had prepared and like, oh, I want these spells prepared.
Yes, though this is exactly what you think it is, Alto.
I even know exactly what game that sprite's from. At least I think I... Is it that one? It's been used in so many.
Well, while he's taking care of spells, I'm going to work on other things.
I'm gonna roll initiative.
Go ahead, roll initiative.
Because, I mean... It's kind of obvious initiative.
I'm going to move these two up towards the well as well. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty obvious initiative roll that has to be done.
The weird thing would be is if Destroy Undead technically works.
It won't.
It won't.
I know, but you know why I say that.
Yes, I do. And everyone else will very quickly.
Oh my god, it's slower than I am.
I'm pretty sure it has mediocre decks. Yeah, over won't be the issue. I'm using the same token because it's easier for me.
That should tell people exactly what this boss is.
What the fudge?
Nobody bothered to take care of the friggin' corpses. That's your own fault.
Is Risu even alive?
Risu's been muted if she's still here, so if she's not saying anything, then we assume she's not here.
All right then.
Yeah. All right. So I'll roll one of their initiatives, and then I'll move him off out of the way, so I don't have to worry about him. You're gonna go in the corner. Yep, that looks about right. Is that everyone's initiative? I'll roll for Ione real quick. And is that everyone's? I think that's everyone's. But yes, welcome to the first truly Castlevania-themed fights.
What? I had that prepared when we were going to the resort town.
Yeah, it's probably when I took the sheet off.
Yeah, I had that prepared when we were in a resort town because, I mean, water, resort area, you could do some fun things.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So now for the description. The vampire, obviously Lord Marcellus, after getting pelted with a few arrows, he disappeared into the ground, turning into a mist. Didn't seem to even care about getting hit by the arrows. And you can kind of, a huge wave, just a smell wafting towards you of death and decay. And coming towards you is this large, almost spherical ball of corpses. That's the only thing you can really think of it, just picking out various bodies from it. And as it's coming towards you, it's going to move a little bit closer in this. As it's coming towards you, it drops a number of zombies, like corpses from it, which kind of lift up, animating into zombies.
So shoot the ball or shoot the bull and just ignore the zombies for now.
Who knows? Who knows?
I got something for if they get close.
Shiki is first, though. I freaking love this enemy. It's straight out of the Tome of Beasts, and it is Legion. Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's like I had to make no modifications to it.
Well, I don't even know. I need to check. You know what? This fudge. I'm worried about if I just fire into it, it's going to do jack all. Yeah, I don't know if I want to waste a grit on just trying to burst it. Oh, screw it, grit it. That's like I've rolled so many threes this session.
That will miss.
I
That
don't.
will also miss.
That's
Not worth it at this point.
statistically, this is
That's better to use on the actual misfire.
The statistics, though.
I know, it's insane. It is utterly insane.
Sorry, I just got to quickly press a few of these.
All right. That out of the way.
No, I'm going to action surge. Screw it.
All right, so roll 2 more times after you action surge.
Without
So
that one will be gritted as well. Oh, I should have called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't call it. Was that
Too
the fire
late.
chamber though?
That'd be a non-fire chamber.
All right, and the next one.
Oh, would it be chamber 3? Yeah, it would be a fire chamber.
So it'd be 2 more damage and fire again.
Non-grit. Did that it?
That will miss.
Wow.
It's incredibly difficult to damage this ball, it seems.
Ball of corpses.
This ball of corpses, this corpse mound.
Yep.
Darvin's turn.
He's going to cast this on it.
Mm-hmm. Has to roll a con save. I don't want the zombie.
And just one of the zombies, I guess. Because it says target 2 creatures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. And he fails, and the zombie is probably definitely going to fail. Zombie fails as well. I'm going to
And he's picking fire, obviously.
I'm going to throw a green orb for this. Okay. And
So
you're
for a
picking fire?
minute, Legion is weak to fire, so he takes an extra 2d6 fire damage every time he gets... The first time every round he takes fire damage.
Yep. Cool. All right, then. That it for Darvin, or are you going to shoot? Actually, that was his action, wasn't it?
Yep. So
All right,
he's going
then.
to back up.
All right. Then
Ione
it's
should be at
Ione's-
max health, and Desai should be at max health.
Yeah, I'm going to put our max key, max health. Reese's not here, so I guess you're handling her, Jeebs. All right, fair enough. Then Lily. Yes, she does. Has the extra fire damage on it, yes. Mm-hmm. Cool. Cassidy is up. Cassidy will look really apprehensive at the idea of trying to eat that much undead.
You don't
really
have to.
apprehensive at that idea. So probably a spell instead. She has an idea of a spell which I like, which might finally have some useful use to it, especially right now.
Moonbeam.
Oh no. No, not at all. Yes, which might actually have a use in a big open area. Imagine that. It's what, 60 feet long? So it can go from that corner up to there.
You want me to draw it for you?
Like that pretty much. And you probably can't see it yet. Which is why I'll do that. Bam. All right. Flame wall. So let's take out a dex save on this thing, which it fails amazingly. Oh my god, there's a fail. So that's going to take 19 plus the weakness is another 6. So that's going to be 25 damage. It's going to catch at least one zombie in it as well. The zombie is going to take 11 damage, or not, if it didn't roll 11 damage or failed, so it's going to take 19 damage. And that'll be it for that turn. Cassie's just going to keep concentration on it, and she is going to move in this direction. All right, next up, our Craftsmormy. Zombies! Zombies are just going to kind of move towards. Actually, it'll run more or less. It'll shumble really fast. Shumble really fast. And you're going to shumble as fast as you can too. You're going to move this way. Actually, you're not that smart. So you're going to go right to the flame wall. Dex save fails it. It's going to take enough damage that he is basically incinerated, though he continues to walk forward.
He passed his con save.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah. And that's just made that like that. So, another dex. Apologize that this is the me show right now. And you're fine. So you're just going to go full speed ahead. And you started your turn in it, so this one's incinerated. All right. Serial. You could have pulled the token out, but yes, I can for you. You should have access to move it, unless I fucked up. Yep. Yeah, that'll hit it. Goes to a majority or enough of his square. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice choice. All right. So he will survive. He will also survive.
Oh my Jesus.
Yes, I'm doing this again already. He passes the save, which means he takes only this much damage. Okay. You might, if you move first, you might be able to. so he takes the damage.
Why do you want to put it behind it?
Oh yeah, I needed to add in one more.
It's gonna have something where the damage it takes also makes more zombies or something like that.
Losing ties, it goes in there. Yeah, spiritual weapon on this one. Obviously gonna hit. Very obviously gonna hit. And takes 5 damage. All right, should be Dessa's turn. That one did not. He was just out of it. Yeah, he's looking all right for a zombie. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing. If you're into that kind of thing. Next up is Des.
Okay. Du.
He did, yes.
Just let me check one thing for this.